Comfy? Let's do it.
One Toyota. Two guys. 20 countries. 12,500 miles. 9 weeks. Starring Dan Handley, Dave Brooks, and Larry the Yeri. Sponsored by Motorvision, Performance Direct, Toyota, Corbo, Steven Eagle, and Fensport Performance. This is Dan and Dave, Chatteris to Tokyo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Or in Japan, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. So this video is basically to explain what we're doing, why we're doing it, where we're going, and how we're doing it. The video probably should have come before the first video, but that's what we do. It's just the way we run. We're back to front. Yeah, let's start off with why. Why are we doing this, David?
I think it's everyone's dream to get out and see the world, isn't it? And life is about experiences, so we've picked our interests and made a plan to fulfill what we would like to get out of life, and that's a big old road trip.
Why not?
Why not?
Who doesn't love a big old road trip? The main objective is to raise as much money as possible for children in need. We've been given this opportunity by the Motorvision Awards. Yeah, without them we literally wouldn't be going, so thank you very much, Motorvision.
And together with all the rest of the sponsors that are already on board that are also making this happen.
We've got some big sponsors.
Brilliant support.
Sponsors, I'll tell you
Start
what,
from the beginning.
We'll go through all the sponsors that we have
today
so far.
We'll start with Motorvisions, that's the biggest.
Yeah, so Motorvisions, obviously. Motorvisions
do
do a competition every year called the Motorvision Awards, which is basically you enter with your motoring dream. So whether it's a road trip, a car restoration, an invention, if it's something wacky and wild, like driving to Japan. And I think we had to go through 3 or 4 different rounds. So we had a public vote round, and all the lovely people on Facebook and social media all voted for us. We come top, which put us straight through to the final round, which was like a Dragon's Den style style interview, and yeah, we won. So that's how we're here. That's how we're going on this road trip. So the Motorvision Awards 2018, the applications are opening real soon. I highly recommend if you have got a motoring dream, then head over to the Motorvision's website and apply, because
this could be you.
This could be you this year, next year.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Other sponsors on board is obviously Fensport, which is here. This is where we are now. This is where we both work. Fensport are obviously sponsoring us with #1 this workshop.
The facilities to build the car.
Obviously Adrian, the boss, has given us 9 weeks off work, so that's probably the best, the best sponsorship we could ask for. So without that, we wouldn't be going. Adrian's been in the game, in the motorsport game, for quite a while now. We've obviously got some more sponsorships through Adrian knowing all these contacts. Toyota, Toyota GB, they're on board as a big sponsor. They basically funded us a load of money to help us towards essentials such as visas and fuel,
and accommodation, shipping.
Steven Eagle Toyota.
Steven Eagle Toyota got us the money to go and purchase the vehicle, which we're very thankful about. So we could make a start, which is what I was most keen about.
Performance Direct, they're the guys who actually host the Motor Vision Awards. Performance Direct are sorting all of our insurance needs. So again, big help. Corbu are sponsoring us 2 bucket seats. That's going to help on the trip because 9 weeks in basically this. And this is the back seat from the Yaris, by the way, 2 back seats. I don't know why we've got 2 back seats. There's also back seats in this Yaris, so we've got 3 sets of back seats.
So if anyone wants to purchase a back seat,
yeah, you know it's come. But yeah, the front seats aren't exactly the most comfortable, especially after driving for 9 weeks. So, Toyo tyres.
in regards to tyres, we wanted to use Toyo because they've been supporting us for years in the motorsport game. We'll be sorting wheels and tyres out very shortly, won't we?
We will, yes.
Hopefully with BHP.
Hopefully for BHP, yeah. Premier signs and displays. So at the moment, the graphics, as you can see, there's no graphics on the car. I've just literally finished designing them, sent them off to Premier Signs, so they're providing us with all the graphics of the car, a roller banner, PVC banner, a load of other stickers, everything sticker and print wise, they're helping us out with. Laser, yeah, Dave likes this one. I think we already mentioned in the first video, but they're giving us a big long light bar, which is going to go on the front of the Yaris, so we can see through the desert, mountain ranges in the middle of the night where there's no street lights, so that's going to be very helpful. Tyne are sponsoring us with a coilover kit. Obviously the OEM suspension has been on the car since 2001.
It's tired. We do have 1 or 2 leaky shocks and stuff.
Yeah, so we get on really well with those guys, and yeah, they've kindly helped us out with suspension, so that should be coming soon. Snooper have given us a HD dash cam, an action cam, and they've also given us a solar charger bank thing. So basically, when we're parked up anywhere, we'll put it on the roof, and the lead comes down to the car into a multi-USB charger, and then we can charge our phones, our cameras, and everything else. Supro have just come on board literally yesterday. They are giving us various bushes for the suspension of the car. Again, all the bushes on this Yaris are knackered, so rather than replace them with standard one, we've gone for I can never say this word. Polyurethane bushes.
Who else have we got?
Water to go. Water to go, as you may have seen from a social media post we've done, they provided us with 2 water filtration bottles. Now basically these bottles will last us the whole length of the trip, and it enables us to fill up from dirty lakes, rivers, ponds, rainwater, anything, toilet water, anything. And the filter inside the bottle filtrates it into fresh drinking H2O. So wherever we are in the world, we're always going to have water. So that's quite important. What are you eating?
Sushi sweet. This is the
Wow.
closest I've ever got
Show
to
the camera, show the camera. Check this out. Oh, it's like cold drink.
So Monster have kindly given us some energy drinks to help us on our path to a successful build running up to the journey ahead.
And they probably give us about 500-600 cans of Monster so far, which, as you can see, I'm drinking every day. I'm buzzing, but it's really helped with all the late nights, all the planning, the visa applications, building the Yaris. We've done a lot of late nights the past couple of months, so this has definitely helped. Thank you. I've got sushi in my teeth. Hang on. I'm really chewy. Toon Shark Design. Guy called Jamie. Check him out on Facebook, no, Instagram. He does some awesome caricatures of cars and people, mainly cars, but he's absolutely brilliant. And when we first started up this road trip and this project, I had it in my mind what I wanted the logo to look like, but it was a bit beyond my skill level. So I asked Jamie if he could do us a logo. He kindly done it for free of charge as kind of sponsorship. And yeah, that is our logo. What you see, the Dan and Dave with us, with the flags behind, and in the Yaris, that was all done by Jamie. So yeah, big help on that one. Thank you, Jamie. And last but not least, a very new sponsor which came on board day before yesterday. That marshmallow. Slingshot 6 have sponsored us. Basically what these guys do is, they're quite a new sponsor, so I'm not 100% sure myself yet. I need to do a bit more research. But they're basically providing us with this box. And this box, I think, enables us to have Wi-Fi inside the Yaris, pretty much wherever we are. And it's also got a built-in tracker. So we think we're going to be able to get a tracker linked maybe to our website, so you guys can go onto our website and see exactly where we are and where we've been, I think. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one, because 9 weeks without Facebook would kill me. That's it. One thing we're really struggling with is camping equipment. We have no camping equipment, no cooking equipment. If this video gets seen by any camping companies, please get in touch. We'll be most grateful. Was that why?
That was why.
That was why, and why in sponsorship that was.
Yeah.
So next is where? We're going to Japan. That's that's where we're going. Chatteris to Tokyo, hence the name. We're going through 20 countries. I'm not going to list them all because I don't know them all.
You should do by now.
Europe side of things. I can tell you where we're going. Do you know? Go on, test you. See if you know from UK to Turkey.
So UK to France, to Belgium, to Germany, to Switzerland, to Austria, to what's the next one? Hungary.
Yeah.
To
Serbia.
one more. Serbia.
Serbia.
Serbia, Turkey, Iran.
Yeah. Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan,
Tajikistan. Kyrgyzstan. Then Kazakhstan.
Then Kazakhstan, then Russia,
Then Russia. Then Mongolia.
then
Back into Russia. Then get the ferry at Vladivostok port.
Yeah.
Takes about 20 hours to get to South Korea. We stop over for 8 hours, I believe. Then we get back on the ferry and a further 15 hours to Sakaiminato, I think, which is south-ish of Japan. From UK to Japan should take 8 weeks, and then we're going to spend a week travelling up through Japan and probably a few days in Tokyo, which is where we finish. What's next? When? August the 12th is when we leave here. We're actually going to leave Spenceport, like a little opening day party thing, which I was
Leaving party,
which I haven't sorted yet. So friends and family will be here.
and any sponsorship guys and girls that would like to come along
Yeah.
for the day as well. So
But we'll announce all that closer to
thank
time.
them for our for their support.
Yes, definitely.
So we arrive in Japan
On the 5th of
on the
October.
5th.
We fly home.
5th or 6th?
5th.
It's 5th.
And we fly home as well. And the last question is how? In this beast, which
I'm
you
not even going
see.
to cross my fingers because I'm so confident it'll make it.
Yeah, we are fully confident it's going to make it. Hopefully, you've seen the previous video. If not, go watch it.
It hasn't really changed.
Hasn't changed, but we're there. We've almost done the roll cage and the roof rack now, which is coming soon. Next week, bucket seats, wheels, arches, light bar, everything. A lot of stuff's happening next week. Graphics, because we're going to BHP show on Monday the 7th of May at Linden Hill. So if you're about, come down, say hello. The car's going to be on display. I'll put the BHP web link down here, about there. I'm going to put it there. So yeah, that's it. That is the ins and outs of the trip. What else do we need to mention? We did ask you through social media actually if you had any questions to ask. So I'm just going to go through some questions.
Have a sweet last year.
I'll have a sweet while I'm looking.
Sushi sweet.
Oh look, they come in little pots.
It's the dip.
What is it?
Not that it's actually a dip.
Ross Wilson said, can I drive it back?
Unfortunately, Ross, you will need to find a suitable companion to take on this challenge, as it wouldn't be sensible driving through all these countries on your own.
No. But if you can find someone to go with you, and you're happy to sort out all the visa costs, and the insurance and the fuel and the food, trust me, it's not cheap, then please be our guest, because that will save us the logistics of getting the car back. Mark Wilson. Oh, it's Ross Wilson and Mark Wilson.
Are they brothers?
I don't know. Are you related? Well, we know Mark. I don't think Mark. Is Mark got a brother? Mark's not got a brother. So they're not related. Oh. Might not just be brothers.
They might be cousins.
Could be cousins. Could be his son or his dad.
Remarried.
Anyway, he said, how will you keep Dave Brooks on time? Dave's not the best timekeeper in the world. No watch.
I don't live by time. I like to live free.
But I'm not much better, to be honest, so yeah. We're probably going to be behind schedule the whole trip because we get easily distracted. We'll find somewhere we want to go and we'll just go there and forget about time.
Who cares about time?
Who cares about time? As long as we're
just living.
Yeah. As long as we get to the ferry.
Living life, out on the road.
Yeah.
And then you have to mention the ferry.
We have planned to drive 5 to 6 hours a day, and we've marked 5 to 6 hours on Google Maps exactly where we should be to give us a goal each day. Josh McGowan. I'm not the best at pronouncing names. Mind you,
Josh McGowan.
Josh McGowan. He said, "Can you bring me back parts?" You have no idea how many people have asked that same question.
We did inquire about this,
Yeah.
and it seems to be anything that we do acquire on our journey on the way, if we do ship the car back in the container, everything will have to fit inside the car, so nothing can be loose. So there is the potential to bring stuff back, but I'm pretty sure we'll
The car's
be
gonna
filling
be
the car up with our own stuff, so
Sorry.
unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to do that. Unless it's a key ring, something like that, you know.
Push the boat out. Keyring. Gareth Holmes said, if you are early or late into a country, what happens with your visas? Very good question.
We get refused.
Yeah, basically, if we turn up to a country before our entry date, then we have to sit at the border and wait until that entry date before we're allowed in. If we get to the entry border and the entrance date was yesterday, not a problem. You're allowed to be late as long as it doesn't overrun your exit date of that country. And once you're in that country, you have to be out by your exit date of what you've applied for on your visa. If you're inside the country and you don't make it to the exit border in time, then you're either going to get deported out of the country and flown back home. I don't know what will happen to the car, but that'll be the journey
It does
over.
vary with different countries.
Yeah, or you have to go back to the embassy and apply to get your visa extended, which is not cheap.
So what's the plan for the Vits after the journey? And that's from Liam.
That's from Liam.
Depending on funding,
Have some more sushi, please.
we will be shipping the car back in a container straight back to the UK. If this isn't the case and we can't afford to ship the car back in a container, the other thing we were talking about was leaving the car with one of our distributors.
Oh, that one's horrible. Oh.
For a year, and potentially picking it up the following year.
Dan and Dave, Tokyo to Chatteris.
Yeah. So that would be shipping the car to Vancouver, in Canada, driving down the west coast, and then Route 66 maybe, up to Chicago, shipping the car from Chicago back to the UK. So.
But that is a dream. I don't think that's going to
around
happen.
the world.
Yeah, the
in
Yaris
2
that went
years.
around the world. Yeah.
The Yaris that went around the world.
Yeah, either do that, get the car shipped back, or
we'll sell the car to someone in Japan, if that's at all possible. So the Blue Wagon has asked us, how come you're having to strengthen the whole Yaris front to back? Are the roads that bad?
we've heard in Iran that the drivers, well, probably other countries around the area, but apparently the Iranian drivers are absolutely crazy.
Bit nutty.
Whether the traffic light's green, orange or red, they go.
Have you seen the crash bar on the back of the Yaris? I could bend it with my knee, my arms.
Yeah, the standard bar isn't very strong at all.
So we're kind of protecting ourselves a little bit where we can.
It's going to help, and obviously the idea of the back ones as well is, as you've probably seen from the previous video again, is where the roll cage sits over the top of the car on the outside, it then goes down into these bars which come out of the rear crash bar. So that was another reason why we had to have a rear crash bar, to support the roll cage.
Oh, and there's another one from the Blue Wagon. Is it just you two specifically, or with another vehicle carrying spares, etc., just in case? We're going to take minimum spares with us in case, so that'll be like a front wheel bearing, a rear wheel bearing, a set of call-on plugs,
cable ties,
duct tape, repair stuff,
a hammer,
just in case someone hits us and we don't have to break. We're not going to break down. But if someone else causes us to break down, then we'll be prepared with some things to fix it.
Yeah, but obviously Dave is a mechanic here at Fence Sport, so if we do break down, I'm confident that Dave can fix it, and I'll stand there and guide the traffic and film. That's what I do. But we're not going to break down. Yeah, we're not going to break down. What are you on about? Yeah, no support vehicle. We're on our own. We're no Top Gear or Grand Tour. We have no camera crew. We're filming everything ourselves.
So we've got one more question on Instagram.
Go.
By Zed Aussie. How are you going to pass the time? Me personally, it's going to be learning Japanese.
We know one word Japanese. Konnichiwa. Do you know any more than that? What do you know? Arigato? What's that? You just made it up, didn't you? So we know one word of Japanese, and I'll probably just play noughts and crosses on the window or something.
To be honest, I passed my time by just relaxing and not actually doing anything.
I don't think we're going to need to pass the time as such. It's not like it's a chore to do this trip. The places we're going to see, the people we're going to meet, the food that we're going to be eating, it's all going to be new to us. It's all a massive adventure. So I don't think there's going to be any point throughout the whole trip that we're going to be sitting there thinking,
twiddling our thumbs, what should we do now? What can we do?
That's it.
I'm having a bit of a mini sugar rush at the moment.
Thank you very much, people. Thank you for all the latest sponsors that we've mentioned earlier. Thank you for the support from everyone else, all your kind messages. There's another video coming out very shortly, which will be the build process of the Yaris, so that will come out in the next couple of weeks or so. Thank you very much. Hit like, hit subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Facebook if you're not already, and Instagram. And don't forget, we do have a website with a little bit more information on www.chatteris2tokyo.com. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
Sayonara.
What?
Goodbye, Japanese.
You didn't know any other words.
I lied.
What else do you know?
All sorts.